I recently had this conversation yesterday with a client of mine who showed me a picture of this girl on Instagram, and essentially it was like within a 2-year time frame of what she looked like 2 years ago from then, and then 2 years ago from now. And my client said to me, is that possible? You know, I really like the changes that she made. Could I achieve that? When I said it to her, I said, look, don't compare yourself to this girl that, you know, this girl's Instagram. Compare yourself to you. So we've taken before and after pictures together, yes. So compare changes to your previous before shot. It's an ugly trap that I find a lot of people get into, and it's getting into this cycle of self-comparison, like comparing yourself to someone else, especially when you're on Instagram, right? Here's the thing. You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 5. It's like going and comparing, I don't know, the type of car you have to someone else that drives a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? Like, that's unheard of. People don't do that. Unless, however, you have a car model and you decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to compare my current car model to the new model that came out next year, or the new model that's coming out next year. That's pretty achievable, yeah? But then I also raised up an interesting point too. And I said, be mindful of the people that you follow. Especially for a 18-year-old teenager that is, you know, somewhat new to fitness. If they do not provide you with informative content, number one, if they aren't adding value to what you're doing in the gym, or giving you just, you know, advice, and all they're doing is taking half-naked pictures of themselves, and that's all their content, half-naked pictures with, you know, shitty little Ganga captions, then you're probably going to want to unfollow them. It's hard to really say if you're going to look like that specific person, because you really don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. This is just so common on Instagram, and I want to just clear the air out, you know, and put it out there. If the people that you follow have on their Instagram bio WBFF Pro, the chances are they are on anabolic steroids. Okay, now I'm not having a stab at people that take steroids, but it is what it is. WBFF is an untested federation. So if you have turned professional, the chances are, it's highly likely that you've used performance enhancing drugs to obtain your pro card status. Yeah, you know, the general public may not see through the bullshit, but I do. And I'm going to do everything I can to promote the reality. And I'm not having a stab at untested federations, because even in tested federations, people do this as well. Think about this, right? You're comparing yourself to fitness celebrities that are on performance enhancing drugs. If you're not going to take performance enhancing drugs and you're a natural, don't even think of comparing yourself to them. And now, look, yes, people will say, oh, but you can still achieve a lot when you're natural. Absolutely you can, and I can vouch for that. You absolutely can. You don't need drugs. For most of the people out there watching this, you don't need fucking drugs. When you're comparing yourself to someone who does do drugs, well, fuck. Like, there's no need to compare a natural, everyday person to someone who's on drugs.